Aloha, Worth workers! I hope you are so well and that you're happy. And if you're not, I hope that today, this episode, can help you find some joy, maybe get some relief from some anxiety, because that is what we're talking about today. But before we get to that, how did your Worth work go this past week? Did you notice what your anger was trying to tell you? And were you able to communicate what you needed or set a boundary or just let it go? Focus on the things that you can control. If you want some more insight on that, go back and check out last week's episode on anger. But today, this will be a short and sweet little nugget episode about anxiety. Anxiety only warns of one thing. It warns us of danger. This happened in our evolution to keep us alive, literally essential for our survival. The warning bells to tell you that your next actions might not be a good idea, but we no longer, for the most part, are physically in a fight just to survive daily. So why do our anxiety alarms go off way more than they should? If anxiety, like anger, is a reaction, just an emotion trying to tell us, then why do we get so much anxiety around so many things? It feels like our anxiety radars might be broken because they're just firing off all the freaking time, when realistically, we're safe, but a lot of things are stressing us the F out. Wendy Suzuki, a full-on neuroscientist, says this about our anxiety and why it's popping off so much. She says, quote, "How come we don't feel vaguely protected by anxiety? It's because the volume of our individual and collective anxiety levels has been turned way up too high, and too much of even a potentially good thing like anxiety is bad." Close quote. So anxiety, like anger, is neither good nor bad. It is just there to tell us we are feeling unsafe. A seemingly good thing, a tool that we should be able to use properly and well. But like Wendy says, we can feel it so much that it is hard to trust the feeling of anxiety, or we are just so overwhelmed by it. So what do we do to turn down the level of our anxiety in order for us to feel it more as a tool to help us than as a burden to be weighed down by? Let's start with Wendy's tools, and then I will share some strategies that have worked for me in the past. Okay, tool number 1 is breath work. Slowly inhale and then exhale. Your quick fix in a pinch. I'm feeling anxious. Take a deep breath and then let it go slowly. Deep breathing activates the de-stressing part of our nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system. Wendy recommends a box breathing system. So you inhale for 4, then you hold for 4 counts, then you exhale for 4 counts, and then you hold for 4. And you can literally do it anytime you're anxious. Like, you could get so good at it, you'll be doing it and no one will even know you're like trying to calm yourself down because you just mastered the art of box breathing. So many people already put this into practice. Any meditative practice, or like monks, they know that just the immediately triggers that de-stressing system in your body. That's so cool that we already have systems built in place. Okay, tool number 2 is to move your body. So there are immediate positive effects. Anytime you move your body, you're releasing beneficial neurochemicals in your brain. So dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. Wendy describes movement as a wonderful bubble bath of neurochemicals. What a fun little analogy or picture that every time you're moving your body, you're just taking a little chemical, a happy chemical bath. So she says, try taking a short walk in the office, or if you have more time around the block, just walk up and down some stairs. I dare you to not smile if your jam comes on, your dancing song comes on, and you start dancing to it and try to dance without smiling. You literally can't do it. I can't do it. If you can, what? For what? You can't do it. So what I'm hearing from an actual neuroscientist is that you can literally dance your troubles away. I freaking love it. So she says, put on two of your favorite songs, and just dance your heart out to them. Have a great time. I'm so excited that dancing can literally cure anxiety. What a cool little tidbit. Okay, there is so much science saying that a 10-minute walk is all it takes to get the full bath of happy brain chemicals. Be creative on how you move. Yoga, martial arts, shoot some hoops, chase your pet or your child. Play fetch with them, play catch with them. You could even do a very brisk clean around the house, just getting your body moving. It doesn't have to be, super excessive. And the cool thing about when you have connected with your body, that two results are going to happen. First, you'll be able to recognize better what is making you anxious. Is it that you have taken on too much, or do you feel insecure about your ability to accomplish the task? Basically, you'll be able to use anxiety in the way it was designed, which is to warn you of potential dangers so that you can become aware of them and then find ways to effectively address them. Number 2 is you'll be able to communicate with others. Because you are out of fight or flight, asking for support will not feel threatening. Sorry, I'm laughing because I genuinely struggle with this so much. So the other day, Zion was going out to the gym and she's gonna, pass some little Mickey D's on the way. And I couldn't even ask her straight. I couldn't be like, hey, if you could just pick up some fries for me on the way home, I'd really appreciate it. Those words did not come out of my mouth. I said, hey, if you just so happen to be passing like a fry place, yeah, I would love to have some fries, but only if you're passing it. Don't worry about it if you can. Like the amount of work and effort I put into beating around the bush and just not communicating effectively, really, it's very comical to me because, yes, I've done some healing, but when it comes to asking for help and asking for support, I get so anxious about it. I believe that surely if I ask them for this help, this is the thing that's going to end our relationship. I don't know why the stakes in my head are so high for when I ask for help. And obviously, I am going to do the healing work to work on this, and I'll probably do a whole nother episode about it, but I'm sure it has to do with my deep-rooted traumas. But that is cool. That number 2, you're just going to be able to communicate what you need because you know what's going on. For example, I've taken on too much right now. I just need some space. You knew what was making you anxious, and then you were able to communicate what you needed. So cool. And the fact that dancing can help you figure this out, even more cool. I don't know if you know, but I genuinely love dancing. Just exciting stuff. Also, some other things that have worked for me in the past. If I can't move or I'm in a place where if I start dancing around, it's not going to be an appropriate thing to do. I squeeze my fists and I imagine a pink smoke escaping from my body. So whatever that anxiety is, I try to put it in my hands and literally just squeeze it out. Because sometimes when I get so anxious, I literally feel like somebody's stepping on me and I just need some type of release. And I have tried to make myself cry because, again, the release of some sort feels like it's going to cure what that anxiety is stepping on my body. But it can be overwhelming and I can't always cry because I'm not in that state, I guess. Anywho, so the squeezing of my hands and imagining all that pressure just being released has helped me to let it go. I always pick pink when I'm imagining things because it's my favorite color and pink makes me happy. So yeah, squeezing, and then I'm just imagining just pink smoke just coming right out and just me letting it go. And then the release of my muscles in my hands helps also to let it go. And then to recenter myself. Another thing I've done when I have a little more time and it's quiet and it is hard because my thoughts are going a million miles a minute. I just picture a pink tornado in the air, and every thought I put into the tornado. So I need to do this today. Why didn't I get that done? And I put it in the tornado and I just watch it slide down the bottom and go away. Like a drain almost too, that it's just sinking down the drain. Some pink water just draining down and it's going away. I don't have to deal with it right now. So then once I get the majority of my thoughts cleared out, I can just pick one to focus on. And most times it's just I need to count. I genuinely just start counting. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, and then focus on the counting. So I can, laser focus in on one thing and just quiet my mind for a bit. And then once I've calmed down and I'm in a more meditative state, I can try and figure out what is bothering me, what is really going on, and being truly honest and being I'm so scared about tomorrow. This used to happen to me a lot in school, in dental hygiene school, and we'd have lab the next day, and just having to do something new on a real live person, stressed me out. I had so many sleepless nights, and to get to sleep, I would have to do exercises like these, and they were helpful. And they didn't always work, and sometimes I would have to get up and move around, but it was a start. So there are definitely some things that you can do to help you, just decrease that anxiety in the moment, and then take a step back and look at what's really going on. Okay, your worth work this week is to find 3 ways to move when you're anxious. And I want you to try all 3 at some point during this week. So for me, I will take a breath count probably at work. So I'm going to do that box breathing when I'm super stressed out at work. This happened yesterday. I was so stressed out. And I remember being and audibly hearing the person I was talking to for sure heard it. But I was I just needed to let something go. But yes, I'm going to do a box breath while at work. And then the second one I'm going to do, if I'm stuck feeling anxious, I will go on a walk just to sort of prevent anxiety. So at some point this week, maybe after dinner, I'm just going to go for a walk, or if I happen to wake up early, I'm just going to go for a 10-minute walk. That's all you need to get that bubble bath of happy chemicals, exciting. I'm just going to go for a walk. And then the third one, I am definitely going to dance before I leave my house one morning. I'm going to have so much fun. I feel like Wednesday this week I'm going to do it because it's the middle of the week. You're on your 3rd day of work there, and sometimes it's just hard to get going for that 3rd day of work. So I'm going to have myself a little dance party, have a little neurochemical bubble bath, have my happy bath before I head out and just start the day off right. So those are the 3 things I'm going to do. So I hope you have so much fun this week moving around. Get creative about how you move. Find something that works for you, even if it's little... What am I doing? I'm doing body rolls here in my chair. You don't have to physically get up and do something. You can just move, even just flexing your muscles when you're chilling in school, or just something to help your body and mind reconnect and to help you work through anxiety so that you can recognize what's making you anxious and then be able to communicate what you need to others. Okay. As always, thank you so much for listening this week. I would love to hear from you, so hit me up at my website at trustyourworth.com. Okay. If no one has told you today, you are a magical unicorn being, creation, and you are an unstoppable force of nature. I hope you have the greatest day. Thanks again. And don't forget to trust your worth. Okay, love you so much. Bye.